What's going on, everybody? This is Jason with JJ Realty Group, and if you are like the majority of Texans over the past month to this month, you have just received your property tax statement, and now is the time to fight. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so what do? You got your tax assessment. Everybody's paper is probably going to look a little bit different depending upon the county that you're in, but what is the ultimate goal, right? The goal is to get the value that you have an agent or a company run to try to determine or to try to fight with below the assessed value. Here's why. You have two different numbers. This came with ours here in Bell County. You have market value and you have assessed value, okay? Market value has no cap. They can raise that up as high as they want. And typically, they want to try to keep it with the actual value of the home so you have a decent idea of what it's going to be worth. By the time you try to sell it, they can't do it. It doesn't work that way. It's just not fast enough data. It's way too outdated by the time even this notice has come out. But the assessed value, that is what you're being taxed on. So the goal is to get your market value to below the assessed value. Condition is going to be paramount. When they go to pull this information, they're going to do it in a large block. More than likely, they're just looking at neighborhoods. I don't actually know what their process is, but what we're going to do as agents is we're going to look at the individual home, go as close to it as we possibly can, or work our way out. Find homes that are comparable, find homes that are very similar to it. If you've got a pool, we need to find another house that has a pool and what it's sold for. If you've got solar panels, it'd be best to find another property that has solar panels and that condition is very similar. Then we can plus and minus depending upon what the actual value is. But they can't do that. They don't have the internal information of what your home is like inside. It might need new carpet. At about $4 a square foot with install, maybe a little bit more, that's going to be a pretty significant cost. That can help reduce that value. If it needs a new kitchen, if it's outdated, if it's got cracks in the foundation, you name it, right? Even so much as like needing silicone around the outside of the house, which is, what my house needs currently, then that is a condition that can be documented and said, hey, no, this isn't as good as you guys think it is. The devil's in the details. Prove that as much as you can. So what you want to do is you want to get someone who can run you comps, someone who can run you a report to say, here's what I see around the neighborhood that should be similar to your home based off of what is sold. Now, how does your property compare with the pictures, right? Then you have a range, and then you can say, I think my property is worth XYZ reason for this much, right? And put numbers to it. If you know it's going to need new carpet, like my house before I sell it will need new carpet, then I can determine how much square footage that is and actually determine a decent cost in terms of what that's going to take to get repaired. Take that off the top because that's something that's going to be an expense. It's going to be something that's going to have to come out, and it doesn't add value to have new carpet. It's nice, but it's no different than having a water heater. Everybody expects it to be there in a fence. So in certain cases, there's just certain things that just like they don't really add value. A new roof, for example, does not really add value, not monetarily. It does in terms of many other different things. But anyway, I'm getting off into a tangent. So the goal is to take that assessed value or the market value and drive it down as far as you possibly can, even if all you do is end up getting to hopefully what the total market value was for the year prior, because we really didn't see an increase in values. It basically was flat. Then that's actually good because then at that point in time, they can only go up so high to the total market value on their assessed value for next year, meaning that maybe not this year, but next year it'll start to make a difference. That's why it's important to protest your taxes and how to go about doing it. You basically have two options. Number one, you can do it online. That's probably the easiest way. You can submit everything. They'll give you a number. If it doesn't match what you think it is and you feel like you have a really strong case, you can go to an actual in-person meeting. It takes about 15 minutes. Keep it super concise. You probably have about 5 minutes to talk. You want to be very clear about the condition of your property, how it compares to the other property, how you got this information, and the validity of it, right? If you just go on Zillow and say, well, this property says it's sold for this and this and this, in Texas, they don't have the true sold data. So you have to get someone who has it, who can actually pull you a legitimate report or even what's known as a broker price opinion to determine what the actual value is. Or you can hire an appraiser. They're expensive. Most real estate agents, especially if it's somebody that you know, will probably end up doing it for free because they want to take care of you as a client. They want you to think about them when that time comes. And ultimately, they want to be the source that you trust. So that's where this kind of comes into play. So hopefully that helps. There is a little bit more to it than that. But if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below or reach out to us directly. All of our info is connected to the info down below. And I wish you guys the best of luck in fighting these, because there's no reason why these taxes should be going up 10%. We just didn't see the value increase. We did during the summer, but then the whole thing peaked back down. It was basically flat, according to everything that I can see for Bell County specifically, but for the majority of Texas as well. If it was a climb, it was very small. And the majority of markets climb anywhere between 3 to 5%. That's really all we should be seeing, not 10%. This is too much. Good luck. Let's talk to you then. Bye.